Hey, what's up guys? Anil here from MotionMax. This tutorial is regarding a question about my template game channel package. If you don't familiar with this thing, it was my gaming channel package, which was available for purchase in which you can use it for YouTube, for the intros and everything for the game channel packages. Specifically, it was done for the game channel, but you can do it for you can use it for any type of channel package. So I will leave the link in description so you can guys check it out. So the question here is this. This buyer that purchased my project Vanguard Universe has been asking about the how to insert the elements over the package. I understand his problem. What his problem is? Actually, probably his this project is done in 4K, but whatever footage you are going to insert, that was in 1920 into 1080. I assume that maybe it was something lower, maybe 1280 into 720 size. If you select the any composition, you can see that if you see the dimensions here. Sorry guys. If you select that footage file, you can see the dimension here. Being it was in 4K, so whenever you insert the footage, it will be shown like this. And also, I have seen in your screenshots that it was in you put it on custom. I think maybe it's 4 or 8, or it was taking automatically from the size you are zooming and zoom out as per the zoom in and zoom out. So it may be show the blur. Even if I insert a full 4K video in here and put it on quarter, it will show some blur if the video quality is not good. So don't worry about it. I will cover you how to make useful of it. So there is two things you can make it. There is two ways you can do it. Either one is, I will show you the best thing. So first of all, so I'm gonna import a footage which is full HD footage. So it was in, I think it was in entertainment, and we have Vox footage watermark, and it was watermark video from the great other Pressmaster. So I am gonna insert in a new composition. So here is the thing. It was in full HD, but even it was in full HD, full HD size. If I select it here, it will show the size. It was in 1934 into 1088. It was a bit higher than the full HD. So when I select it, it will show the 1934. But when I select the lower third, it will show the 4K size. That means 3840 into 2160. That's why your video is showing blur when you are making. Even that too, your video, put it on quarter mode or anything. You can see that right now. If I put it on full mode, it's only preview purpose. It will not render in output because we're going to select the full. It will render only full size, I mean full resolution. So it was only for the editing purpose. I was keeping it per quarter. So if you put it on back full HD, you can see that it was clearly visible, and if you turn it back into quarter, it will be it is getting pixelated. So it is getting blurred or pixelated. So that's the case, guys. I hope it will be helpful for the other guys who are facing the same problem. So if you are purchased a 4K template, please check for, and your size is not good, then make it up to the size and render it in full HD, and you will get the same quality as your video has or footage has. So I will show you the way how to do that. So in my case, it was lower third. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new composition as I already did right now. So I'm making again. I will show it again. So just drag it into the new composition. So whatever length you need it to. So right now I'm gonna import the lower third because it was I know it was already in the alpha format. So I just drag it like that, and you know it's already big size, so I'm gonna make it scale down. So right now you can see that the lower third is being said, and you need to render this composition. So select this composition and go to, so whatever you need to render like this. So go to, so whatever you are done, I mean if you are done with the channel opener, you need to select the channel opener and go to composition, add to. So whatever you need to select this same composition that you need to render. So in my case it was 14. So as I have already created it in 1920 1080 and I have inserted the lower third. So I'm going to use it. If you are not going to, I mean if you want to just insert it in another software, you just need to make it alpha. So you need to turn it off and you need to render it in alpha. I will show you that also. So right now I'm gonna render it with footage. So go to file, sorry, select the 14 composition. Here it is. I have inserted the video. So select the composition and add to render queue. It will what it will do, it will add it to the render queue. That means it is ready to be rendered for the final output. So in this this is the render queue that will render the final output. So select render settings and select the best. As I already doing every day, that it will show you only best. So sometimes it will be in current settings. If you put it on current mode, I mean it was in quarter mode or something, you need to put it on best here and click on OK and go to lossless. Click on lossless button. You need to select the render process. So for the Vanguard asked for me what was the quality, what was output for the I need to render to upload it to the YouTube. So for the older versions, right now I am using CS6. So for the older versions I have H264 in it, but in later versions CC they have moved it to the media encoder, which you get from the After Effects as a package from the Adobe while you are purchasing from the Adobe. So here here you need to select the, so for the YouTube I always render the H264 because I am already doing the videos for the YouTube also. So I select the H264. If you are using the older versions, H264 is the best version for the lower size and higher quality renderings. So in my case I will always select H264 and go to format settings. I am gonna use high profile and level 5.1, and also I pass the VBR1 pass to up to target bitrate to 80 and 140. So it was the best quality render for the H264 output. You may use 100 or 160 also, but for the output 80 140 is okay, and click on OK. And as we are not using the audio, I'm not gonna put it on audio output and click on OK button. So it will not render yet. You need to press on render before we are going to render. So you need to select the destination folder where you are gonna want to render it in your computer. So click on 14, and as I am going to use it for YouTube, so I'm gonna make a new my channel output. Okay, and open. and I'm gonna save it as a lower third, and save it and click on render button. It will get rendered. So for the preview purpose, so one thing you may point that sometimes you guys don't need to have it up to your need. For example, this clip is around 10 seconds, but you need only this was appearing in 2 seconds, and it need to be gone away for the 5 seconds. So in that case, you need to add something like, so if you are going to use it as a opacity and make it 0, so it will disappear like that. Or you can do one more thing. If you don't want like this and you want to make out of this, and you can add position also up to okay. So for this thing, you need to select the 2 keyframes and click F9 on keyboard. Function 9 F9. Do is it will make easy. Otherwise, you can go to keyframe assistant and easy is there. That's it. So it will go away smoothly like that. That's the case, guys. That's the way to do it. And another thing, if you want multiple times and you want to put it on another person, so what you need to do is you need to first of all render it out as a alpha and put it on output. So sometimes you need to put it on almost 20 to 10, but you have only one lower third slot here. So in that case, you need to render every one separately, and you need to insert it on separately. So I'm gonna show you how to render as a alpha, so you can insert it in another software or another thing. So I'm going to turn off this alpha, and I'm gonna select the lower third. So I'm gonna select the 14 and go to composition, add to render queue. So if you guys don't have H264, this is the best practice for you, because newer versions didn't have the H264 in the After Effects output module, but it was in the media encoder, which is not an easy way to find for the beginners. So QuickTime is always there, so you need to select the QuickTime and go to RGB plus alpha, because we are making the output render of alpha with alpha. So and click on OK, and as I am only using for the 5 seconds to 6 seconds, so I'm gonna put it on 6 and click on N on keyboard. So what it will do is it will only render in between them. For the starting point, you need to click B. For example, if you want to render it from the second 2 seconds, you need to move the marker there and click on B. So it will render only in between these two in and outs. So as I want to render it out from the 0 to 6 seconds, so I'm going to put it on starting point, in point and the starting and the out point at 6 seconds, and I'm going to render it out. So as I already selected for the rendering queue, so it was in render queue, so I have already selected the QuickTime and RGB plus, and click on OK and click on lower third and select the output folder and save it as and click on render. So I'm going to show you how to do. Click on render. See how fast it is while rendering. Okay. Yeah. Right now you can see that it was in another folder, which means I think. Sorry, it was in the YouTube, and yeah, you can see that right now. So you need to insert it in another. You can, it was as you can see, if I import this again to the project, if I put it on, so I'm going to turn off this so I can show you. So, and I just drag it like that, so you can see that it was rendered in alpha. So it works for the every software software that you are using with video production softwares. This is the way, guys. I hope you understand how to render it. So for the Vanguard, it was in 4K because that's why you are getting as a blur, and also you put it on some other, I think in previous it was showing custom, maybe it was 4 or 8, I don't know, but you need to put it on full so you can see how much quality it was looking while rendering. So even if you put it on here, put it on 4K size and going to the lower third like this, even you just drag it like that, it will show the size of this. So even you can put it on back like this, and it will show you the output. You need to get render back, but the best and easiest way I have already show you is the best way. I hope you understand that Vanguard, and if you have any trouble after watching this tutorial, so you can contact me back. I always support my buyers, and I'm always ready to help them. Thank you.